Using the wyze app, focus your camera on an object that is approximately the same distance as the distance your camera will be positioned from the focal subject in your research. Using a ruler, document this ideal focal distance. It is okay if, at this point, the image on your wyze app is blurry. If the object is already in ideal resolution, do not proceed with camera modification. After documenting the ideal focal distance, unplug the wyze camera from the power source. Check for an SD card. Open the rubber cap labeled SD card on the back of the camera. Using either your fingernails or blunt forceps, push the SD card in slightly so that the push-release latch ejects the SD card. Remove the SD card with your fingernails or blunt forceps. Facing the front of the camera, a white border encases a black square. This white border is secured with a double-sided adhesive. Using a razor blade, carefully remove the white outer frame of the front of the camera. Lift the white border on all four sides of the camera. Keep this white border, as we will add it back when we are finished. Once the front cover is removed, find the 3 small screws holding the housing of the camera together. Using fine-tipped forceps, remove the small white foam cylinders in the screw holes. Keep the foam cylinders somewhere, as we will add them back at the end of the protocol. Using a Phillips long-necked screwdriver, reach in and unscrew the 3 screws. The order of unscrewing is not important, but keep these screws as we will reuse them at the end of the protocol. With the razor blade, carefully wedge between the camera housing and the white outer shell. Push out the entire camera assembly. Be careful not to damage the orange rubber gasket that is used for waterproofing. Carefully remove the 2 ribbon cables that fasten the camera assembly to the white shell casing. The first ribbon has 2 wires, the second ribbon cable has 4. In the back of the camera assembly, locate the 2 screws in the center holding the camera lens. Using your long-necked Phillips screwdriver, turn each screw counterclockwise to the left a quarter of a full turn. After turning, push the screw gently towards the circuit board. Doing so pushes the lens further away from the circuit board, changing the focus. Reconnect the 2 ribbon cables. Repower the wyze camera. Check whether the desired focal length has been achieved that you documented in step 1. If not, repeat step 10. Push the camera assembly back into the housing, aligning it to the correct orientation. The way you ensure that you align it correctly is to use the SD card reader on the camera assembly and align it to the rubber lid on the outer shell. Replace the 3 screws removed previously in step 6. Replace the foam pieces removed previously in step 5. Add the white border back that was removed previously in step 4. Now your wyze camera is ready for use in your research.